So we asked Tactico Pythagoras in Boots to look at whether the numbers back up Gvardiol's view that Haaland is offering the team even more this season.
Thanks, Ron. Whenever we talk about Haaland, it usually involves goals, but this season we're seeing a different version of Haaland, a return to the Bundesliga version, more rounded and more involved in different phases of play. So whilst the goals are still there and on current trajectory, he's actually ahead of previous seasons. What's changed is everything around him. Now, in terms of forward passing, it's jumped up to 3.47 forward passes per 90, and also 28% of his passes are now going forward. So he's not just playing it safe, and he's creating one big chance every 2 games. So he's not just finishing moves, he's actually starting them. And with a key member of the supply chain, Kevin De Bruyne, not part of the attack anymore, Haaland has to play this more innovative role for himself, but also in terms of a leader of the attack, psychologically someone who's now the face of the attack even more than he was previously. But the really under the radar shift that Haaland is putting in is in terms of defensive work rate, 1.81 ball recoveries per game, more clearances per game, more headed clearances per game. He's winning more aerial duels than ever. He's also winning the ball more in the midfield zones. And City are also more reliant on Haaland from a defensive set-piece perspective. He's become like a prime Didier Drogba. He's a genuine asset in both boxes. And this is a side of Haaland's game that we never saw before. This willingness to graft, to defend, to set the tone for the team, both physically and mentally. Which begs the question, can this more complete, more responsible Haaland take this City team through what was considered to be a transitional period to yet another Premier League title? Because if he manages to do so, they won't just be calling him a goal machine anymore, but the complete centre-forward package.
Ooh, there we go, the complete centre-forward package. Paul, I know before we showed that video, you were saying, he's just a goal machine. What do you make of some of those stats there?
That Man City are not as a dominant team as what they used to be. In my opinion, yeah. I think when you look at that, more headers, clearances, more, coming shorter to get the ball, where that means they're not as dominant, where they're getting 75% of the ball and they're playing it in their half. Now he's having to come a little bit shorter to get the ball. That tells me that Man City are not the dominant team they used to be, but he's digging in. And if you give him the ball, I ain't seen anything like him. He looks like a 20-year-old playing in an under-12s football. He does. I mean, the Brentford goal.
The one everyone going.
They're big lads, them Brentford lads. They're big goals. All kinds of goals.
This next one that we're going to see is the Brentford goal, and I have to say, I saw his interview after the match. He said, oh, the defenders, he tried to give it me.